everyone out there in the creative spectrum. My name is Garrett-Y of Outerground Studios, and today I'm going to be making a tutorial. What this tutorial is going to be about is showing you guys an easier way to draw hands. Now, a lot of artists from beginning to intermediate will, agree that drawing hands isn't easy, and a lot of advanced artists even say that drawing hands is not an easy thing. Artist Flightbot Jetwing of Outerground Studios, she has a hard time drawing hands, and I have a hard time drawing hands, but then I realized this method. Now, I know it's not a new thing, but it's something that I wanted to show on the channel anyways, just in case there are any artists that are, really confused on how to draw hands well. Now, what it is kind of in your basic sketch, your very base sketch, you want to, for your hand, you want to make a kind of construction like this, and I'll show exactly what to do later. But this is kind of the basic idea of what you want to do for your hands. And just as an example of how well this can work, I made a couple of examples. Got the pointing finger here, the finger that kind of looks like it's holding onto a ledge, and the hand holding the sword. It's kind of the it works. It works, and you don't even have to follow it 100% exactly. Just like any base you make for any drawing, you don't have to follow it 100% exactly, but it's always nice to follow it. So what we're gonna do is we are going to take this hand and we are going to, finish it out. And I mean, some of the fingers are even a little big for this example, but we're still gonna do it anyways, just as an example. Oh wait, actually no. I need to start by showing you the construction of the thing. I forgot about that. So how to construct it is, you start off with something like a trapezoid. So you start off with a trapezoid of some kind, be it tall, fat, it all depends on how you want your hands to be. Then extending from this trapezoid, you want a square, a block. Each block, at least the way I see it, is each block measures one part of your finger, and then the lines in between the blocks are the bends in the fingers, the joints. So say for this one, we'll have them curling their fingers as if they're like palm striking. So we have, the three fingers like that, and then we continue that process for the rest of the fingers, and we'll do the thumb. That thumb sucks. So we'll add the block there, and then do the thumb there, and boom, there we go. So now we have our basic hand. It's almost like he's grabbing something off a shelf or something, like a box. So we have our, our basic construction. Now that you have your basic construction, you can go in and, with your cleanup sketch and just edit it out. And you can fix anything in the initial sketch, and that's one of the best things about having your initial sketch is the cleanup. So we can sit there and clean everything up. So that's kind of the general idea, is just making it like that, so that you now have him, say, grabbing a rectangle. I don't know why he's grabbing a rectangle, but he is. He's grabbing a rectangle. It's a very messy rectangle. It's one that does not exist in time or space, but they are somehow grabbing it. That's a basic example. So like over here, we'll make another one we'll have this person doing the peace sign. We'll just So we'll start with the block for the thumb, and then just come out with the block for the other part of the thumb. So then we'll do one block. And then we'll do the next block. So it's basically just making the very, very, very general shape, and then, you know, refining it out as you go on. So one too far with that. So there, you know, kind of something like that. So you can take it and use it however you want. It does help when you're trying to do very precise hand gestures. What I used to do is, say I'm drawing a character, you know, let's just make a very general character. There's the shoulders, and here's the chest. What I would always do is make the, you know, the poles for the arms, but then instead of doing it like this, where I, you know, make the thing, I mean, and if it's a, you know, a very, like, you're not focused on the hands, then you don't have to do this. This is for something more detailed handwork. But what I used to do for any time I made hands was I always did this. So there's the elbow, and then I would just draw a circle for the hand, and then like put, you know, things off of it if I needed fingers. But that is, I still, you know, now that I've done this, I don't think that's a good way to do it. It makes later work when you're trying to work with the fingers. It makes it much harder, and it's not as precise. Like I said, if you're not trying to be precise, you don't really have to use this. You don't even have to use this at all. But I'm showing this for those who do want to learn. So, you know, you just, like I said before, just kind of start off with a trapezoid shape, and then just kind of build blocks off of it until you have your desired hand gesture, and then you just kind of refine it in the, you know, next sketch up. Or even if you're doing a base sketch and then going over it with painting, it's still nice to have a really, really good idea of what you're trying to do. And once again, you know, I know a lot of artists probably already know this, but for those of you who are starting out there and you're trying to figure out how the hell to make hands easily, this is what I would recommend. But anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you guys want to see more tutorials by me or any other artists from Outerground Studios, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more tutorials just in general, please leave a like. If you want to see more content from OGS, please subscribe. We do a podcast every Saturday, artist showcases every other Saturday, or we do podcasts every Friday, I'm sorry, and then podcasts every other Saturday, and then I every once in a while do product and software reviews. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a colorful day. Bye-bye!